Evening, everybody, and
Good
I hope
evening.
you're all doing well out there in this beautiful, wide, and wonderful world of ours. Welcome to the Sunday night live stream. I hope you're all gorgeous and had a wonderful time so far. Hello, Dirty Faces. Hello, Stealth. Hi,
Hello,
John.
John.
Hope you're all good out there. Yes, the pub is open, my friend. Katrina Hildreth. Hiya, Katrina.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Katrina.
Yes, thank you very much, Katrina. Yeah. Yops, evening, mate. Yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, hopefully you're having a good one. Yeah. So where are we going to go? What am I going to do first? Well, I'm going to have a cigar tonight. So whilst we're away on holiday, I had a packet of cigars, and I've saved one for tonight. It's Father's Day, and I'm back. Last day of my holes. Well, I say last day of my holes was really yesterday, but yeah, don't take me easy today. Oh, I was infuriated with that video today. God, give me a little bit of grief uploading everything, didn't it? It didn't want to play today. Bit. Don't know if it was because I didn't touch the computer for the week or what, but
I'm stripping. Sorry. A bit warm tonight.
Do you want me to go get your tassels? Yeah, I don't know, because I left the computer alone for a week. It was giving me a bit of grief, but we got there in the end. The little terror is charging around. At the moment, we've got a fan going in the hallway because it's quite warm up here. We've got a black slate roof, so it tends to absorb the heat. So even though today it's only been 20 degrees, it feels pretty oppressive in here. And as soon as he come upstairs, he walked in front of the fan, and that was it. It was like somebody flicked the switch. Like
someone lit the fuse, and it was like, whoom, whoom, whoom.
If it took the world's smallest greyhound, crossed it with the Tasmanian devil, and then injected with something that will make it go fast, by golly, it was fast.
When we came back yesterday on the ferry, a young lady, there were two young girls, they were probably 20.
I wasn't present. I'd left the room.
I heard her talking, and I looked round, and she was looking at Willow, and she said, "My friend thinks he's a hairy pug." And I said, "No." And she said, "Is he a Shih Tzu?" I said, "Yes, he's a Shih Tzu." So yeah.
No, the hairy pug's walking outside with the camera. That's the old man. So drink of choice tonight. I'm starting off with a Thatcher's Blood Orange, courtesy of my son Chris, who dropped those around for me today. Evening Kiwi. So we're on the Thatcher's Blood Orange. First time.
Dirty Faces.
Not normally an orange fan myself, am I?
No.
But
Blood Orange.
Go. Blood Orange. Try it. See what you think. Ooh. Not too bad.
Ooh. 100 degrees. It's a tad warm.
Yeah, as you say there, John. Good day for the preppers, eh? Good day
Happy
for the
Father's Day to all those present and all those not present.
Yeah. And funny you say that, John, because we had a blowout on our grid round here this morning at about 5 this morning.
Yeah.
Not that really affected. 5 o'clock Sunday morning, most people are making Zeds.
I only noticed because someone put on the local Facebook that our road had a power cut. And then we saw the electric people out there, didn't we?
Cheers, Kiwi. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there again. So yeah, I know I got up, let Willow out for his morning constitutional about 5:30 this morning.
They're asking after you.
And Scottish Electricity Board Geico's walking past, and I even thinking, I went blind, it's a Sunday, you must be on double time. And then explained to me what had happened and what have you. But that it all sorted fairly quick. So we were all good. Got that video uploaded today. Oh, crapola. Right, so...
Stop looking at my face.
Kiwi knows my system. So basically, when I got back from the holes, I had... must be a good 40 individual videos and clips that I'd recorded on the GoPro over the week. And I was trying to export them from the GoPro to the computer. It wasn't enjoying that at all.
Good boy.
So I got them all, eventually took 2 or 3 hours, got them all on there, started producing the first video.
Good evening, Ray.
And got sort of like towards the end of the video, and I was thinking the finale is the coffee on the cliffs. The finale is the coffee on the cliffs, because it came out brilliant on my phone for the short. It must have come out excellent on the GoPro, and it hadn't. It frozen. So I'd cut that short, because it was about 15-20 minutes of me waffling about how beautiful it is and the view and a bit of history of Culver Down. Made no sense, just me frozen there like that.
Yeah, we had a good week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We had a fantastic week. The next video that I've got to do is, I don't know, well, it's going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's not really a channel thing. But whilst we were out there, I know a while back, Derek and some of the other guys said to me, we're not in the UK. Give us a look of what it's like. So what we did was I pretty much hit the GoPro button whilst we were driving around the island. So I think I've probably got about an hour and a half's worth of driving around the main roads of the Isle of Wight. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do a video of all the best bits, really. Try and edit out the rubbish, the boring bits. Keep the scenic views and the pretty little villages and that in. Maybe stick some music behind it and just put that out there as a video for those guys that aren't in the UK and just want an idea of what the...
I used my camera and took a load of photographs of the church. It's a really, really old pub.
Hello,
Lee.
Maniac. Hello, lunatic. I have a furry thing between my legs. I have a Shih Tzu staring up at me from between my knees.
We found out.
Go on, Dad. Let's do it.
He doesn't know what a red squirrel is.
Yeah.
He chases crows. He eats rabbit poo.
You've been really good all weekend. Just all week. Just wind your neck.
Hello, Virginia Bushcrafter.
Hi, Virginia. Yeah, so he's the dog behaved. Hopefully, we'll get some. The next couple of videos will be, like I say, there's going to be one that's going to be just literally a tour of the island, some of the scenic viewpoints, and that. I'll try and put that together. It's quite difficult, really, isn't it? Because you're like, so it's just a driving video. But again, for those people that aren't in the UK or maybe aren't ever going to get a chance to visit the Isle of Wight, which has a unique road system. It's exactly the same as everywhere else in the UK. It's just not as fast. And
good evening, kitten.
The islanders have a system over there which they apply to all laws. Which, if it wasn't made on the island, they're not bloody interested. So, in the rest of the UK, you'll come to a stop sign or a give way sign. You'll give way.
Yeah, most of them
out there, they're like thump.
Just normal little one-way, two-way traffic. But it seems that a lot of people over there decided of a certain age that they had to buy the biggest American cars they could get.
There was some stunners.
We've seen some that are about 20 foot long. We're thinking, how the hell
Cadillacs
are you going to get anywhere?
Yeah. Beautiful cars. But how they drive them around those little tiny back roads and twisty bends, I have no idea.
There's lots of...
Yes, I did forget the warning. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please bear in mind this is an adult channel. I might swear occasionally, might make the odd inappropriate comment. It's not done to shock, cause fear or distress. There will be no blood or violence shown on this channel tonight, and we definitely won't be discussing, mentioning or going anywhere near religion or any damn politics, because I'm sick to the back teeth of hearing about it.
So, Katrina, have you got to the campfire one? Part.
Oh, well, Katrina, Blazing Saddles or me, I'd go with Blazing Saddles all day long, sweetheart. Definitely.
Good evening, Derek.
Yeah, stuff. It is a pretty place. It's, well...
There's a lot of Napoleonic
lot of history.
Yeah. There's a lovely castle, and they actually use a donkey going around in a treadmill to let the bucket down into the well and draw the water up.
Yeah, modern science, eh? yeah, it's like going back in time a little bit. So the island pretty much, yeah, how can you say it? It likes,
No, he didn't die, John.
It likes to be the way it is, and a lot of the people that move there later in life to retire and enjoy their retirement want it to be like it was when they were younger, and so it sort of keeps it back a little bit. You know, I'm not saying that they haven't modernised, they don't want to come forward with time. So a lot of what they do and a lot of how they live over there is their way, and it's fairly unique. Bear in mind, it's only a few miles across the water, but they do like things done their own way in their own time.
There's a large house there, Osborne House, and that was built by Queen Victoria for her and Albert to have their little
runaway.
Yeah, it has some very interesting statues, may you say?
An artwork.
Artwork, yes.
Maybe the Victorians were a bit more liberated than we actually thought. They definitely were, yes. And good on her, I'd say. Good on you, Vic.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, do apologise, but I am about to light a cigar and enjoy it. I have the window open. I have 2 fans going. But I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah, my mother-in-law lives Ryde.
Yeah.
And I got to see her, and I got to meet her dog Sky. He's found he doesn't like sand because his little legs, being so short, in the really deep sand, he was
dragging his nuts.
Yeah.
Ploughing. Poor little bugger. It's a good job the sand wasn't too hot either. There would have been a scream of anguish.
Really, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did, but he's had quite a stressful time, and yeah.
Was that giving up smoking?
Yeah.
Yes, I did give up smoking. I have given up smoking. I am on the nicotine pouches. However, the reason I went over to nicotine pouches was I allow myself a cigar as a treat on occasion. So I went away on holiday and I bought a pack of 5, allowed myself 1 a day. Okay. The last one is today. I saved the last one for tonight because it's Father's Day. And yeah, it's my treat to myself. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore at all. Well, say at all.
You did the other day. You did have one.
Yeah, if you come
Chris.
on the camp, yeah, as Chris would tell you, watch out for me turning around and saying, "Oh, it's a fag." But pretty much, I still have the nicotine pouches. So at the end of the day, I'm still addicted to nicotine. That's the thing of it. So basically, I try and reduce it as much as humanly possible. But hey, we all got weaknesses.
Yes, John. Queen Victoria had a rather large collection of prints, books, artwork, etc. They were quite
pornographic.
Yes, well, he did have the poet piercing, didn't he?
Yes, as we get Prince Albert. Liberated.
Oh, your cousin's got a new Tesla. The amount of electric cars we saw over there was, every sort, shape and size, wasn't there?
The 3rd loaner in a year. So what do you think of the Tesla, Mr. D? What do you think? Do you think it's, are the conspiracy theorists right? Are they just mind control machines?
Junk, yeah.
I tend to agree with you, mate.
Do they, in the UK, if you have an electric car, the number plate, most of them have a little green strip on the edge of the number plate, so you can tell from a distance that they're electric cars. Do they have the same in America?
You can always tell it's an electric car from a distance because it
doesn't make any bloody noise.
It's ugly. I don't know what it is. Right, so in the 1950s, 60s, part of the 70s, and I'd say early 2000s, possibly, people designed cars. They made them look pretty. They went, okie doke, we're coming away from a bit from functionality. People are going to spend a lot of money on this. It's going to be a treasured and prized item. Let's make it look beautiful. And you've got like the late Jag or the early Jags. You've got things like the Ford Capri. You've got the Mustang. You've got all these beautiful cars that were actually
Lotus Elan.
Yeah, like I say,
Paunch.
they were designed by a guy that sat with a pencil and went, "This is going to be beautiful." Okay, and then we'll engineer everything around it. Electric cars need somebody to go. Almost need somebody to come in and go, guys, you want to make it look nice because
But it's quite scary. You see the amount of electric cars on a ferry.
oh
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
And the lifeboats are here.
big sign. No electric bicycles, no e-scooters. However, there's a third of the deck taken up with Teslas and various other electric cars.
I like the Jags. It's got a big chrome face. It's like we had a Zodiac Mark 4.
Yeah.
And it used to take me 2 hours to clean the chrome because it used to come round and like up over these sort of cat's eye lights at the back.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Kitten. They don't need an electric, a chrome grille. But do you know what? There is an aesthetic to all good things. You look at a knife. Okay, so you take a knife. When you first look at a knife, the thing that draws you to that knife is the shape of the blade, the curves, the shape of the handle. Will it fit? Will it be comfortable? But the aesthetic, the actual look of it is the first you look at. Yet it's the most rudimentary and basic of tools. Okay.
Hey, Benny!
Bear in mind what it costs to buy a car these days, to own a car, to fuel your car, to insure tax, MOT, and so on and so on and so on. The designers are really missing one. With an electric car, there is so much more scope because, again, you're not looking for a radiator. You're not looking for some of the things you've got to put into a petrol or diesel engine. So surely there is more scope for somebody to go, do you know what, let's make this look like something you would really want to own, something that you would be proud of having on your driveway, not something that, well, I'm only going to say this once. Rolls-Royce 4x4. Looks like a tombstone, right? The only place I want to see one of those is in a cemetery, on its arse, its nose pointing towards heaven. Ugliest thing in the world.
I don't know if you remember, Katrina, when my dad got rid of it, but your dad had a white Zodiac estate when you were a little.
Sorry, Benny, I was on the Isle of Wight and the old phone was pretty much a non-usus by the time we were coming back. I do apologise.
We've had quite a few classic ones, haven't we?
Yeah.
Rover P6, V8, that was nice. Humber Super Mix.
Oh yeah, Benny, the old mucker. How's it going? Right, I haven't had a chance to catch up on everybody else's videos yet. So I will be doing that tomorrow. I will be catching up on all your videos.
And the vampires want his blood as well.
Yeah, I got to go tomorrow. They're taking more blood, more tests. There won't be a lot left in me to test. We'll keep going the way they are. Right, so what else have we got? Oh, a channel for you guys to maybe have a look at, show a little bit of support. Guy got hold of me, sent me a very, very nice comment on one of my videos. I went through my comments this morning and had a look there.
You're killing him, not better get on the internet.
Was frustrating. And I promised Gaz, I said, right, that's it.
So next time we're going to take a laptop with us.
Yeah, I've got to get a laptop. I've got to get a laptop so I can actually start downloading videos as I get them on the GoPro.
I watched that one, Benny.
Have a look at Elusive Dartmoor. Okay, fairly new. Get out there, show some love. Give some encouragement. Guys down on Dartmoor, which also means any of you that are ever travelling that way, gives you a contact down there if you maybe want to go wild camping and that. There's a guy to get hold of for information and that. Got some really nice videos, some really nice views. So again, if you want to go and have a look at his channel, show him some support and give him some encouragement, Elusive Dartmoor. Like I say, he put a comment on one of my videos and it was an absolutely lovely comment. So, I went and had a look at his channel and We'll get there. We're getting there.
Yes, Benny had a meal in the woods.
Benny had a meal in the woods.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited.
I see he did a nice short on his hexamin, no problem.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we're getting into that. I've had somebody put a comment on one of my videos that they've tried using the Fire Dragon gel on their old BCB stove, but it runs off. Yeah, I know that problem and that pain. So, yeah, what ideally you want is to find yourself a small pot, something like that.
Yeah.
If it's a bit taller, the better. That you can, and what I've found works. If you've got a pot that's about 1.5 inches tall, little tin pot or something, and you stand the block in on its end, it burns a little bit longer, spreads it out, because it keeps it sort of in that small area and keeps it fairly deep. You get a longer flame off it. The side of the metal tub causes the flame to be more
sometimes you go
directed
to the shops like Poundland and Pound Savers, Stretchers. You can get candles in the little tins. So they're brilliant. You just use the candle up and you got the tin afterwards.
Poundland challenge, budget of £20. This must buy your shelter, your food, your tools, all you need. It's some sort of cook system.
You must show the items.
And a receipt with the items on an overnight challenge, that is. Oh, Benny.
Oh.
Right. I shall make a note of that. Right, Benny, I'm up for that.
I'm just writing it down, Benny.
So. I'll take a challenge. So if there's anybody in the States who wants to have a go at that, Benny, I take it like the dollar store or the equivalent out there of the Poundland, and you're going to allow sort of like an equivalent exchange rate, I suppose. I don't know what $20 will get you in the States, but I think
another good thing we found
think on the exchange rate, it's going to be about $25, isn't it?
The island has got loads of charity shops.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good charity shops.
So Mickey's got a new camera. Jazz got me a new camera. Back in a minute. Scary. Oh, and by the way, what is better than DPM camo? I hear you ask. Well,
Timu.
Ooh, Timu. Woodland camo shorts. Woohoo. Mickey's ready for the summer. It might not be here, but if you think it's here, it will be here. Positive mindset. So I am working towards the summer when it finally arrives. Right, back in a second, my love. I'll go grab the camera.
Okay. And you read the receipt. Right, put that all down. Yeah, we went into the charity shop and he bought a lovely big blanket for Willow, and he also got himself a pair of Marks and Spencer's moleskin trousers for £6. So also got these. Oh no. So yes, I didn't get as many charity shops I wanted to, but there was certainly enough to. The one we went into was actually called Friends of Animals. So all money raised there goes to looking after sick cats, dogs, birds. And at 9 o'clock, I got a auction ending on eBay, and it's for the
So
it's a Nikon.
Kaz picked me up a Nikon
With the battery pack as well, so you can either have it as a camera or with the battery pack.
And the idea of that is I'm getting back into my stalking, but again, instead of taking the rifle, take the camera.
Yeah, it's got
and go for the stalk with that.
Pretty natty. It does all. It's I've got digital readout on the top. It does all your normal. Actually got more than my Sony has, but yeah, nice camera.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to learning how to use that and get back into doing a bit of stalking, especially in the autumn. So that'll be a bit of fun.
I know, John. It's a bad habit. Yeah, I've seen on eBay the Nikon, the camera, the top part was more than we paid for it, and it came with the battery pack as well, and it's got brand new batteries, and it's got 2 sets of spare batteries with it as well.
Yeah.
And that was £60.
So when I first learned to stalk, I first started stalking properly,
Evening, Chris.
doing deer management and so forth. The guy that taught me said, basically, get yourself a camera
Good evening, Toast.
that will zoom to 100 meters and give you a reasonable image to 100 meters. Take the camera out, and you get within 100 meters of your quarry, and you take a clear, concise, side-on photograph. And if you can do that, he said, with a little bit of practice with the rifle, you will be able to stalk a deer. Now, I'm not going to go back into shooting deer, and the reason being is I have no requirement to, no need to. I know I can if I have to, but it's not something I need to do. But that allows me to go out and still get the same pleasure of the stalk and the hunt. It's just that my trophies will be in picture form as opposed to a head on the wall. So there
Mick
we
did
go.
find a red squirrel that was sunbathing under our car. I didn't get to see any this time, but Willow saw a red squirrel. Like, what the hell?
Red squirrel ran in front of Willow, and he was like, "What the hell's that thing?" Was not impressed. Oh, another little find for you guys. So as we all know, those of you that have been on the camp with me know I love my coffee bags. Okay, the single packed coffee bags. These, if you're on a camp with me in the morning, you will normally find me shivering in the corner, getting the water boiling, needing my caffeine fix, waiting to do that. All right, so on my travels in the supermarkets this week, I found that tailors also do individual coffee bags.
I used to buy those.
And you can buy those in a box of 10 for about £2. I know it is slightly expensive, but first thing in the morning, when you want that really good quality coffee, a really nice filter style coffee bags, way to go without getting any grinds and that, having to mess about. Or cowboy coffee, yeah, we can do cowboy coffee in the woods, not a problem, but you want a group to enjoy that. So if you're knocking something up just for yourself, yeah, they're out there. You can get those, and because nice single bag, nice wrap, goes in the kit. The little luxuries, that's what counts. It's the little pleasures, the little rewards that you give yourself that make it so much better.
I know a couple of professional photographers, but they're quite pricey.
They are quite pricey, aren't they?
I'll look round for you.
Yeah. We know one of our friends, when they did their wedding, they just give everybody disposable cameras.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And said, take the pictures for us.
Every table, we went to one wedding, and every table had a disposable camera on it, and each table then took photographs of the people around the table. You know, funny little things, and sort of different photographs. So the for your wedding, you not only had your proper photographs, but you had some that are quite funny. You know.
All right, okay, top tip for everybody, kick and killer there. Hack solution to the fire dragon gel is to go into little whiskey section. You'll find a box of whiskey container lids, hundreds more lids than actual bottles of whiskey, and they're free. They catch and hold the fuel. Right.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Gary, mate, yeah, do what you got to do, brother. Have fun. Yeah, not in a hurry, mate. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, isn't it, John? It's having that little luxury, having that especially in the morning. Firstly, you get up, you get out your basher, you got the fire stoked, and you're like, right, coffee. You know, that first coffee of the day, it's the one that you really enjoy. So what else we got? So,
well, I'll find out for you. I'll have a look around for you, Trina.
So I had a little holiday, and yeah, it helped. And it reminded me, you know, holidays, whether it's a one day, whether it's just a simple break, whether it's an overnighter in the woods, or even if it's just a walk with yourself. Occasionally, you've got to give yourself that break. You've got to give yourself that cut away from things. I went away, overloaded a little bit with YouTube and worrying about technology and things like that. And I gave myself literally a week away from it. Yeah, I did the GoPro, so that was literally click, record, click, stop record, and I did a few shorts. But other than that, we had a weekend away from the technology. We had a week away from all the usual outside stuff that we have to worry about and think about, and it helps. Came back quite refreshed.
We found a chippy near us at Sandown that was only open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays evenings, no daytime. And you went over there, and the lady had come in to pick up an order. She'd ordered 43 battered sausages and chips.
Yeah, it's obviously a school trip or something. And that was a family run chippy. And I will say, if you're in
Very
Sandown,
nice.
the chippy is the place to go. Yeah, and if any of you are ever visiting the Isle of Wight, you want to know where it is, hit me up, ask me, I'll give you directions, tell you how to find it. It's a little family run business. There's mum, and mum, which I found brilliant, and the lad that was running it was the nicest, politest, friendliest person I've ever met. I walked into that place, as soon as I walked through the door, big smile, hello mate, what would you like? You know, absolutely.
So the
cracking.
chalet was in walking distance of the sand, the beach.
Yeah.
And a zoo, and there was also a dinosaur place where they actually you can watch them chipping down at the dinosaurs and things like that. But the chalet had a washing machine, an under-counter freezer, fridge, microwave. It had everything in it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
And a 2-bedroom one, so yeah.
And so saying that, there will be another camp. Okay, so I'm going to do another camp. I've yet to figure out the dates, sort it out. So what I'd like is a little bit of feedback from any of you that may be interested in coming tonight.
Not tonight.
No, not tonight. It's going to be in August. So it's either going to be the last week in August, the bank holiday weekend, and I'm thinking Friday and Saturday night to give people the Monday to get over it, ready to get back to work, or possibly the weekend before. Again, part of that is down to the guys that have the woods and the permission from them. But yeah, if you're interested or any of you interested, that's what it'll be. It'll be a Friday night and a Saturday night, bugging out on the Sunday. Yeah, and it's just the same rules as before. Just a nice little wild camp. Bring your scoff, bring your bed kit, bring your sleep system, your shelter, whatever you need. Chuck it in your Bergen, come along, and it's in the woods. Central fire pit, which is going 24/7. So if you want to make coffee, you want to cook, you can do. If you've got a bush box or you've got a cook system of your own, yeah, by all means, bring it. Usual rules apply. And
chuck them on the coach.
And possibly, I know Jace is away doing Carfest on one of the weekends, so he might not be about to do a meal. However, I'm pretty sure I can knock something up in the old Dutch oven.
Katrina, Romy Rose has said that he knows a photographer. If you want details, just like let him know. Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem, Benny. Me and Kaz were always saying about that. And so for next year, your place is assured, my friend. Baby's in position already, ready to go.
Oh, yeah. It's not hanging about.
You're hot, Benny. There's people in the community here so excited about it. Little Benny. Oh, brilliant. This is going right. So what's it going to be?
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we all going to have a bit of a bet on the weight then?
Yeah.
Can't bet on the sex. We can always have a little bit of a
wager on them.
Little bit of a one on the weight.
Yeah, our youngest son, he was born in September the 12th, and our granddaughter was born on September the 11th.
Yep. Well, there you go. For you guys that would be
£16,
interested in coming,
Jesus.
you won't just be meeting me, you'll be meeting Sticks as well, because he'll be there. I expect Mac to be there, Cuz will be there, Willow will be there. And yeah, it's just going to be a casual couple of days and couple of nights up the woods, just as a bit of a refresh, get head together. And anybody that's new to this, that wants to come along, wants to learn, wants tips, wants ideas, that's the other thing, we're there to support. So if you're new to this,
Brilliant birthday,
and it's going to be your first camp or your first time out, don't worry. There's plenty of people there that will go, sure, mate, yeah, I'll show you how to do that, show you how to do this.
As you say, yachts had extra hammock.
Yeah, there's always.
Yeah,
we're all there to help one another out and have fun. So again, if there's
I reckon £6 too.
Anybody that sees this that's not used to doing it and wants to try it for the first time, come along. Yeah, it's not a problem. Going to be small. Going to be a couple of months early, right? So I reckon. What did you go for? 6.
6-2.
6.
6 has gone for £7.
Oh, I'm going to go low.
You've got to type it in next.
I'm going to go 5.5.
LB.
Yeah, I'll go 5.5. Yeah, it'd be cracking. It's like my mum always likes to remind me that I was early myself. I was a little tiny thing that could be held in the palm of my dad's hand. Makes me sound like an acorn.
That Willow.
Yeah.
So as you might have noticed from the video of us coming back,
going 5.7.
It was absolutely blowing a gale, wasn't it? And as soon as we got to Southampton, sun was out. It was lovely. Got back here in about an hour. Then all the stuff we had on the Isle of Wight hit us.
Yeah. So that's the wild camp. That's that covered. Oh, there's one for you. I was having a think when I was walking up that hill on that video. So I went up there, bare minimum kit really. I took a brew kit with me. I didn't even take waterproofs. I thought if it's going to rain, it's going to rain. I'm not that far from the site. I can always shelter up under the trees or whatever. I don't mind getting a bit wet this time of year. So I just literally went up with the brew kit, the camera, the first aid kit, as always, and my emergency shelter kit. So did that on the walk. So how much is too much? How much is too little? Have you ever sat and had a think about it when you're out and about and thought, am I lugging too much kit? Am I not carrying enough?
We had 7.5 for Chris and £8 for Dan, but then he weighed 8.5 after a couple of days. When they usually lose weight, he didn't.
No,
he gained it.
He put weight on, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Willow is absolutely knackered. He's worn out on the floor.
And so that takes me into too much kit, too little kit. Can you be over prepared? Can you ever? And that goes for your home prepping and that as well. Is there a point where you're over prepared, where you are stepping into the crazy world, where you're
Ray, that's what I said. 6'2".
7 days from the 19th.
Yeah, should be right then.
King says no, you can't.
The furthest distance you were from the road was not
far. I mean,
because he took me up there later in the week.
Yeah, if I was looking for civilization, i.e., something happened, probably no more than half a mile.
You can have the same as me.
Flies across the fields. So where I walked from and to, it felt like I felt 5 mile traipse, but I come back and got home, measured it out on the map. It was actually 4.2. So it was about 8.5 mile round trip. So I was never more than 4 miles from the site, or at the furthest point from start to the monument. And at the monument, bear in mind, there's a cafe and everything there, and a pub. So 2 miles from that at the furthest.
Some of the photographs I've taken, I took it beside the monument, and you can see in the distance, you can actually see where our chalets were.
Yeah. So really, truthfully, it's like a lot of the southern England. You're never really that much or that far from a road, habitation, civilization, help if you needed it, even if it meant crawling up to somebody's door and banging on their door. So we're quite lucky in this area. When we get down to Dartmoor or go up to Scotland, then obviously I apply a lot more thought to it, because you can be a lot further out, but you also got to look at the location. So the route I chose, bear in mind I was going solo up to the monument and back. There was 3 routes I looked at. One that I was interested in doing, however, that took you through all the little woods that worked up and would have probably been nearer 8-mile walk up there, because it literally zigzagged through that valley, following the hedge lines and the woods. But I thought about it, and I thought, well, it doesn't look well used. I'm on my own. If I do have an accident, could be stuck there for a while. There was 2 routes that went pretty much directly up. So I took them. I started on the lower of the 2 routes and actually swapped to the steeper one in the end, because as you saw in the video, as I'm going up, I noticed all along that cliff edge, that lower route was no more than 20 metres from the cliff edge, and in some places down to 3 or 4 feet. But there was these huge cracks on the high side of the path. So you've got the edge of the cliff, the path, and then to your high side, there were these huge sort of cracks and openings in the ground, and they were old. You could see that they were grassed over. But my logical thought process was, you know what?
There's several roads.
It's getting ready to go one day, and sod's law has it that it'll be the day that I'm walking up there. You know, it'll be Mickey's sort of sliding on this cliff top all the way to the sea. And I thought, you know what? For the sake of moving up 50 metres, it's got to be a bit wiser.
There's quite a big military road that goes through the island, but a lot of it was closed off because the erosion, because it's obviously a lot of it is, on steep cliffs. You had areas that you had about 8 inches of tarmac, and then it was just gone away completely. And it's happened quite a lot around the island.
Well, a lot of the cliffs there, as shown on the video, they're chalk and they're clay and sand, and those are the ones that are eroding quite rapidly. And then you've got the chalk. It's in space with chalk cliffs, which are a little bit more stable. But again, chalk erodes. It can go. So it was maybe me being a bit overly twitchy, but also at the back of my mind is that old thing of, you know, be a bit more sensible about it, move myself up a little bit. Still got the nice views. It just so put your head in the crocodile's mouth. This crocodile's never bit nobody. Would you want to put your head in its mouth?
What we did when we stayed at Yaverland, and it's right next door to Sandown, and I happened to notice that Sandown has actually got quite a world famous museum.
Yeah,
it's a museum of poo.
I tried to get a photograph and a video of the poo museum for you guys. However, it's got a playground in front of it, and every time I went up to try and get a picture of the poo museum,
all the little kids that were visiting,
it was covered in little kids, and so I was like, I can't do that. You know, 1, it's not right. 2, it'll upset somebody. 3, that's not right. So I thought, I'll go back in the evening and photograph the signs. They take the signs in. They take the signs off the fence and take them in, because apparently, talking to my mum, that people
steal the poo
museum signs. So there's somebody out there in this world that in their bedroom has got a brown sign on the wall that says welcome to the Isle of Wight Poo Museum.
The building is actually, I should imagine it's probably Victorian.
Yeah.
Brick toilet block. It's quite a long building, and yeah, that houses all the different things. Yeah, from what I understand from what your mum's friend was saying, is that you can have your picture taken with you sitting on the toilet, and there was loads of to do with flushing and stuff.
Yeah, Poo Museum. And apparently, it's main visitors are school kids. There's school trips go there. I suppose it's a bit of history. Yes,
some of your museum shit.
Carrying kit too much, too little. Yeah, it's an interesting subject. I was thinking about it as walking up there, and what I'd come down to with me, the way I thought about it, is one, that kit you're carrying has got to come down to your mind and body combination. So you've got to think, you've got to have the mind to say, what could I need? What would I realistically need on this trip? What do I need to carry kit-wise? What can I physically carry? The walk I'm doing, what can I physically carry? And then you've got to pair off the two. You've got to be realistic to yourself as well. And this is something I'm finding more difficult as I'm getting older. So as I said on the video, my hips started playing me up at one point. It was giving me a little bit of jip. And I sat there and I was like, I'm not carrying hardly any weight. But again, if this had been 10 years before and I was going up there on my own, I'd have a full 120 litre Bergen on my back. It'd be packed out with the kitchen sink. Realistically, I have to hold that ego back a bit and say, could I? Yeah, and I think as we get older, it's one of the things we have to apply to ourselves is the realism.
Very true,
and being realistic to ourselves as to what do I really need, what can I physically carry, and if I can't do that route with that load, do I either abandon the journey or do I take a different route?
Because before years back, before I had started having trouble with my legs, knees, and that. We used to often go out to Cornwall, and we used to go up onto the moors, climbing up Row Tor with the boys, and used to take a rucksack with the food and something. Yeah,
cook system.
And the amount of times that we've had to hunker down in the rocks with all the things that he bought, because when we started to go up there, lovely and sunny, not a sign of rain, and then as we're at the top, you look out and think those clouds are coming in pretty fast, and
looking rough. So I always take my survival tin with me, and in my survival tin, amongst many other things, there is a survival shelter. Okay, always got that with me, and that is my damn. I've gone down, I've broken my leg, broken my ankle, or something. I know I'm going to be stuck here for a while before I get rescued. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get myself into that. Once I've stabilised the injury as best I can, get myself into that. Because I know I'm going to suffer with shock, start protecting my body from the environment.
Oh, you mean that one? You're freaking Benny out with the skull, with the chamal and all that on it.
Look.
Benny's getting freaked out about that. That.
Well, old underprepared up there. That's Abdul the bushfire.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I'll probably get into trouble for that.
Yes.
There you go, Benny.
Now you just got a decapitated head on your wall. Good evening, Janet.
Hi, Janet. Hope you're good. Been loving your videos, sweetheart. Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it, Lee? You're dead right there. Ultralight is ultra expensive, but again, we say that when you look at Benny's videos, you look at that uni gear top. I mean, I'm definitely ordering one of those. That was brilliant for the money. Bear in mind that that's a heat reflective tarp as well.
Benny, where did you get the tarp from? Uni gear, wasn't it? You said
uni gear. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to take that head down because.
Yeah. Amazon. Cheers. Typical. When we were away, Timu decided to deliver stuff, and oh dear.
Put that down there. Oh, put that one up there instead.
That one, you used to have on the headlight on your bike, didn't you?
Yeah. The old S10 respirator.
Benny's still there and it's looking for you.
Oh, sorry, Benny.
Put it in the front.
There you go. Oh,
No, you can still see it.
looks like a puffball mushroom now.
He said, just put a curtain up.
See what we do.
Just cover it over. Put it in a bag.
There you go, Benny.
Yeah, don't forget it's in there.
There you go, Benny.
It's going to come and see you tonight, Benny.
So
you
not only
hear a little noise.
not only do I freak out Benny's cat, I've
Yeah.
just freaked out Benny as well. Sorry, mate.
You hear this chatting noise, and it be the skull going with its teeth.
Did you
That
want it?
looks like a kid from.
Did you want it? Did you want it?
Benny wants you to draw him a picture on your whiteboard. Huh?
Hey?
No.
What's that?
Benny said, draw him a picture on your whiteboard.
Draw him a picture.
Yeah, you know, that's what I said. Don't forget you put that skull in there. Could be.
Draw a picture. Should I draw a picture? Draw a picture. Right, picture time.
Yeah. Draw him a picture of the angry badger.
No.
As you might, that badger. The weird thing is, we were going, it's the other side of Ventnor, and we went past the sign. I've never seen a badger sign. So we turned round to come back, and we thought, oh, there's bound to be one on the other side. No, there's only one, and it's facing that way.
Right. Don't know if you can all see it. Can anybody tell me what that is?
No stud. Nipple stud.
No. Does anybody tell me what that one is? It's an old one, this. White bar? Nah, it's a Mexican frying an egg from above. Play school with Mickey. Dirty pictures. Yeah.
Ta-da! You can see it on cherry chair around. Ta-da!
Reminds me of a story from years ago of a guy goes out to Mexico and he's walking around a little village and he thinks to himself, I've got to be back at the bus at 4.
No, it's actually a hedgehog.
What's the time? So he turns around and sees this little Mexican sitting there, his poncho around him and his hat sitting down. And he looks down and says, excuse me, sir. He said, could you tell me what the time is? The Mexican looks up slowly and goes, see, reaches out and he cups this donkey's testicles. And he does that. He puts it down and he goes, senor, it is 1:45. The guy looks at him in amazement and says, can you tell the time by the weight of the donkey's testicles? Yes. No, senor, but when I lift them up, I can see the church clock.
You used to have a nipple bar like that.
I did used to have a nipple bar like that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So we've done that one.
Nick, want your pen, won't you?
So if I change that
You sound German.
to so I'll change that now to that one. Can anybody tell me what that one is?
Techno toad.
Nearly a techno toad. Now, see if anybody can guess what that one is. Give it a minute or two.
Sancho. Kitten says you're Sancho Panza.
Hey, Lee Michael got it. That's a Mexican peeing in a bucket.
Kitten got it as well.
We're probably going to get, get into trouble with that. And what's the white?
I don't know.
What's the white? What we're done with that. And I must hasten to add, if there's any of my Mexican friends out there, I do apologise. I hope that I haven't culturally inappropriated you, or it was no way meant as a slight or a Mickey take of your people, because I actually
Hangman, yeah,
get on all right with the Mexicans. I like them a lot. But then, Hangman, okie doke. We'll have a game of Hangman, are we?
You don't think of the word though.
I'll think of a word.
How many letters is it in?
It's 2 words. First word is 3 letters. Second word is 5 letters.
Excellent. John says there's no way you think it's a Mexican.
Good.
Benny wants a tea.
Tea? Sorry, Benny.
Oh. Katrina wants an O. N.
A what?
An N.
An N?
Yeah. Oh. It's you and me, Benny. Stealth wants an A.
An A?
Yeah. Oh. Lee wants a Y.
A Y?
Yeah. Oh. Katrina wants a H.
A H?
Yeah. Oh. Benny wants an I.
What's an I?
Yeah. Kitten wants a P.
What's a P?
Right, Sticks wants a F.
An F?
Yeah. Oh. John says you're using English.
A U?
No, he said you're using English.
Well.
An R.
An R?
Yeah. Benny wants an L. Sticks wants an E.
An E?
Yeah. John wants a G.
A G.
Yeah. Right, it's a D. Quite a few want D's, so it can be drill.
D's.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get it now.
No, it can't be toe drill because we've had the T. Bow drill. Hey! Ray got it!
You saved him.
Yeah, we nearly died.
He nearly died.
Nearly died. We were a bit pants of that, weren't we? Yeah. Sorry, did you get it first, Benny? No, you didn't. Ray just beat you, I'm afraid.
Right, where are we? Hey, well done. Anyhow.
That's not.
You made me spell.
You made it spell. He hates spelling.
I hate spelling. Oh, yeah. Right, so I will say, I was a little bit unsure to start off with, but that Thatcher's Blood Orange, that ain't too bad.
We haven't seen our mate BJ this evening.
No, we haven't seen BJ this evening. Hopefully he's all good. BJ, if you watch this tomorrow and that, we're sending our love and thoughts to you, mate. Hopefully you and your family are all okay. Yeah, hope you're all good out there. And the same for anybody else that's normally with us and hasn't made it tonight. Hopefully you're all good wherever
Mac.
you are in this world. I know people are quite busy at the moment, and obviously it's Father's Day.
FU crew,
yeah. And you, FU crew, and Mac, we're sending out all our thoughts, love, and healing prayers to you guys. Hope you're all good.
Sticks, did you manage to do your bow drill? Did you?
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? It's.
I like that blackcurrant one you had the other day.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of oranges normally, but that's
anything I think Thatcher's makes is good. I'm rather a fan of Thatcher's.
4% made with blood oranges. So.
Oh, Chris, our son went away with a few litres, a couple of litres of your cider.
He rather likes that. He's a big cider fan.
Yeah.
More so than I am, to be honest with you. And he was like, cheers, Dad. Yeah. He did good. Yeah, I thought he would. And I saw Owens as well. I did catch Owens. Lisa, hiya.
Hello, Lisa.
Thatcher's 0% is really good. Right, that's worth knowing then, because quite often if I'm out and about, I'm driving, so quite often I actually look for the 0% drinks. But again, you can be disappointed by those.
I like the Koppenberg.
Yeah.
Alcohol free. They're nice.
I might be saving some for the camp. Sticks
is not a lot.
That's entirely up to you, mate. But I don't know that you need to make quite as much as you did.
There's 10 litres left.
We're down to 10 litres. Yeah, if you wanted to, you can do, but don't.
We'll give you the
have
back.
to. And what I will do when you come down for the camp, Sticks.
We've been away, Sticks. Don't worry. It'll soon.
Yeah, Sticks. I'm not an alcoholic. I keep telling you, I gave that up years ago.
Our son left with a big smile on his face.
Oh, didn't he? The Kiwis are like, yes, mate, make some. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous stuff. That really, yeah. And I tell you what, Sticks, that is easy to drink. Very easy. He said to me, drink.
Do you want the blood orange ciders? Forgot all about that.
Yeah. I don't want to share it, that's all.
It's all right. He sleeps. Are we going the night?
Oh, that's why it's going down. Somebody's been self-medicating. I did see Willow the other day come in here with a very long straw. Saying that, where's he?
He's beside me.
Yeah, he's down next to you, is he? Yeah. So
He's a bugger for alcohol, isn't he?
yeah, isn't he?
You had that Badger Stout. Your mum got you.
It's not an addiction; it's more like endurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it just? Isn't it just?
Yeah, it used to be, if I knew there was a bar of chocolate in the house, I'd get up in the middle of the night thinking, I know there's a Mars bar downstairs. But now I know there's cider in that room.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It really is good stuff.
Yeah.
It is so easy to drink, and it was Stix's recipe. Any of you that's interested in making your own cider, your own drinks, go and have a look at Stix's channel. He's got the whole process on there in one video. Okay, have a go at it. I'm going to give it a bash. I am going to give it a bash.
Oh, Lisa, that sounds good.
But I'm yeah.
So Lisa's going to airsoft in Stag Do. She's going to...
Lisa, you can't go wrong with a Lavu.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant bit of kit. Absolutely fantastic. I rate them very, very highly. So you're wild camping for an airsofting Stag Do.
Yes, he don't mind the grey ones. It's the red ones he's not so keen on.
Yeah, airsoft. Yeah, I've been known to have a go at that occasionally.
Kiwi said he's coming up next weekend.
Okie doke. Oh, yeah, Kiwi, brilliant. I shall set that aside now. Kiwi, do you want to take some of the forge gear back with you this weekend, or do you want me to pack stuff up? What would you like me to do? It's not a problem. It's up to you, my friend. Lisa, that sounds like good fun. Stag do though. Do you need me to come? Do you need me to come protect you?
Airsoft face. I'd be so tempted to keep going up and going.
I did. I got invited to a laser quest years ago.
Yes.
And it basically ended up with me versus all the civvies. And so we come out at the end of the day, and I'd been hit 0. And
he hit me in the back 15 times. Do you hear that? 15 times.
I wiped him out. It was just a bit of tactical thinking. So literally, I ran into this place first. I shot myself in there, went right to the back and looked for a corner and just backed myself into a corner, figured out my arcs, and then it was just crouch down, stay very, very quiet.
They give you a printout afterwards, and I went, who's that? That's you!
The whole lot of them were fuming because they were like, who's this bloke? Who's this? And I'd literally taken every single person there out. And it was just a matter of where they were all running around. I just stayed back in the shadow, kept myself quiet, listened. And the amount of people that ran straight past me just for me to go, pop, that'll do. It was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's Lisa's husband. Well, enjoy yourself. But I'd still be tempted to shoot people.
Excellent.
Oh, Odie moved it.
The underpants airsoft challenge. Yeah, I'm going for that. That takes some men for the boys, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Not a problem, mate.
That's not good.
Not a problem.
Oh, just try the dog's tail. And again.
Katrina.
Oh, well,
Katrina. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Katrina. I'm not. It's just. It's one of those comments I've heard so many times in my life. It was like, yeah, bloody shut me back.
24-hour games. Oh.
That sounds like a bit of fun. Proper tactical jobs then. Yeah. My problem with airsoft, I got invited to do one up at Longmoor when we were running the facilities up there, and they used the Fibula, and there was me and 2 other guys from the CPU unit, had a bash at it. But the problem was they didn't like it at the point where you were sort of like booting down doors and putting people on the deck. Because apparently that was a part of it. And so unfortunately for me, I get a bit carried away. And as one of the lads said, he come out from clearing a room. He went, I nearly pistol whipped somebody. And I went, what? And he went, yeah, went in. He said, got the dead man click. He said, and the pistol was up like that. And he said, I was swinging before I stopped. He said, and just remembered, this ain't real and this ain't training. This. Sometimes for some guys it's a bit difficult to put the brakes on. So I tend not to do it myself. I've always been up for marshalling it. Actually doing it, I just get a bit tactically minded and a bit carried away with it.
I was online earlier.
Anytime, Kiwi, it's not a problem, mate.
And there was PDSA charity site, and I've just bought that lens for him for 20 quid.
Yes. Brilliant. That's my camera sorted.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got all the information that you asked me for as well. I've got that here ready for you. Yeah, Lee, it is difficult to switch the rush off occasionally. It's one of those things, isn't it? And especially if it's getting a bit feisty, shall we say? I think it's good therapy for some, and there's other people that possibly need to sort of back off and leave it alone. Be honest enough for themselves to say, I'll calm down at that.
Well, he'll be here this week.
Wow, Derek, that's pretty macabre. That is. Someone's been stealing gnomes in Oregon. They dismember them, then place them back in the yard in morbid positions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's quite a thing in England for people to steal gnomes, but they tend to take them away and take photographs of them on holidays.
An admission of guilt here. Might be slightly inebriated one night as a young man staggering home. And there was a house near us in Marrow where they had probably about 40 gnomes in the garden. And staggering back in my drunken merriment, I actually reorganised the whole garden into a gnome orgy. Which people talking about it, Little Village, people were talking about that for weeks, about who went into that garden and organised a gnome orgy. But to me, it just seemed like practical fun, and that wasn't quite as gruesome as dismembering them and putting them back.
That's just wrong.
What's when you figured out you could slide his little hands off the wheelbarrow? Oh, dear.
The only person laughing is you.
I know. Terrible. I'm a bad person. I am a very bad person. I've never told anybody that I'm good. I always admitted I'm a bit of a stinker when it comes to things like that.
It's John missed the camera. It's a digital. So you got so that's the power pack on the bottom. You can have the camera on its own with batteries.
Plus I've got 2 spare battery packs with it.
And it's got digital readout, and it paid £60 for that, and it's got 2 more lots of batteries. I've just got a lens for it for 20 quid from a animal charity.
Yeah, so I should get back into a bit of stalking with that.
I was very impressed with the one I got from Facebook Marketplace.
Right,
that was really good.
Timu, for all you keen bushcrafters out there. Timu. Okay, so Kaz noticed
It said mosquito.
These
burner.
mosquito burners.
I thought they were going to be about that big. But
Okay, so that big handle. It's only thin tin. Little tray inside. Little feet on it. Sits like that. And it comes with,
yeah, they're about
like
quid.
They're like round joss sticks that you put on there, light it, and it becomes an incense burner. But I instantly, and I think other people are probably going to think the same thing. When you look at that, I think to myself, "Ooh, a stove." Okay, maybe a fibre rope in there, a meth spirit,
Yeah, I think about
or
50p
something like
from
that.
Temu at the
But
moment. That's why I expect them to be.
Yeah.
I expect them to probably be about that size, not that size.
So 50p from Temu. So anybody looking at making a little stove or something like that,
yeah,
50,
ideal little.
for 50 pence, what could you can't really go wrong, can you?
And it's quite lightweight as well, isn't it?
And if you turn it over, it locates perfectly. So it's even, it's not going to fall off. It's not going to come off. Yeah. So again,
I thought as well, because sometimes you go places and the mosquitoes are horrendous.
So finally, not from a charity shop from Temu, I might be able to improvise a stove. At last.
I like the little.
Yeah, they're just like little coils of joss stick.
Yeah.
With an incense that will keep the mozzies off. So that's Timmy. Hiya, mate. Sorry, missed your greeting. I've got wrong glasses on and I've been drinking. You've been cooking? Excellent.
So what are you cooking for us all tonight?
Yeah, what are you cooking for us tonight? What are you having?
Ooh. I'll have the cheese omelette. You stuff the you put the onions in the burger though. I'll eat it then, but I won't eat it in the omelette.
Well,
tonight we had roast pork, didn't we?
Yeah. What I'm doing with the camera, I'm going back to So when I first seriously got into stalking for deer,
not school kids,
Kiwi, other creatures, foxes and other furred animals, shall we say, from both pest control, vermin control, and a stock control method. The guy that taught me to stalk set me a challenge before he would even allow me to shoot on the land, was to get a camera, stalk to within 100 metres, closer if possible, and take a clear photograph, side on, of my prey. He wanted to see what I was photographing or what I was aiming to take, side on, good clear shot. Okay, and he said, only click that shutter when you think you've got that clean kill. And he would look at these pictures and he'd be like, slightly off on the angle there, this there. Have you thought about that backdrop? And that was how he taught me. And he said, one of the great things was, he said, you don't have to take the rifle out. If you want to be a hunter, the skill in hunting isn't in squeezing the trigger. That just takes practice, a good rifle and the right ammunition. Okay. The skill in hunting is actually getting close enough to your prey to take a good, clean, safe shot. And that was the real art, was getting close enough to do it. And by doing it with the camera, it allows you to perfect those skills. So even if you're not a shooter, maybe you're not a hunter, maybe you don't feel like hunting, you can still get that thrill of the hunt, that stalk, that can I get close enough to this to take that shot with a camera. And I get a great deal of pleasure. I get the same thrill out of it.
You got some lovely pictures of adders and
and some
toads.
And some of the, even so you can take that even down to things that you wouldn't hunt for, like snakes, adders, and things like that. Then it becomes the stalk of those, and it becomes getting into their environment, studying the animal, understanding, getting close enough to get that close-up shot. And it's a real practice in understanding your environment. You can do it with a camera phone, you can do it with any camera that you've got, but it's learning the environment, learning the creature, understanding its environment, getting close enough to get that good shot. And there's a thrill in it. There's a real buzz. I mean, I've been out before now.
Nice to go get some the white hot over at Haskell.
I've spent hours stalking a
Where you been,
particular
Benny?
buck, you know, and literally tracing that buck so that I could get that photograph, knowing full well that I'm not going to take him out of the herd, but by getting that photograph, if I wanted to, could have done. So that's a real pleasure in it. Master Stalker's been able to sneak up and take a selfie. Yeah. Click. Good idea. Yeah. It's such stalking is an easy thing to actually learn. It's a patience thing. It's about, you learn to read the wind, you learn to read the scent, the ground, how the rain affects things. It's so much of it, but it all comes naturally. Everybody here, whether you've ever hunted or not, you've got that instinct. You will, if I put you out in that environment and start walking you through it, you will very quickly become attuned to that environment, because it's an ancestral thing. We all carry it in us. We all have the knowledge, but every single person I've ever met is able to smell a thunderstorm long before it gets to them, but they don't recognise it until I say to them. And I've done it on training areas where I'm out with people and I go, it is going to be a hell of a thunderstorm in a bit. And they look up and go, but it's blue sky, it's bright sun. How do you know that? And you explain to them, and lo and behold, 2 hours later, there's a thunderstorm. And they go,
we were on a marking, weren't we? Yeah. And we stopped and we were watching these deer in the valley. And like I said to myself, I'm sure there's something in those trees back there, because couldn't see anything, but got the feeling there was something in there. So what I did is I took a picture of the clump of trees and the fence and that. And of course, when I took the photograph, I zoomed in, and sure enough, there's a stag. Red stag right? Yeah. Was in the trees, but I knew something was there, but I didn't know what was there.
Yeah.
You got your washing in? Oh, good boy. Oh, sorry, Willow. Sorry, yeah, I'm just here now.
Yeah, so that, and there is a pleasure in it. You'll pick it up really, really quickly. The art of stalking, understanding, becoming attuned to nature, your environment. And you don't have to be in the countryside. You can become just as attuned to the city. Yeah, you can learn to recognise the sounds of footsteps, crowds, people, movement, smells, noise. You can learn to tune yourself to it. It's all there. All you've got to do is listen, practice, figure it out, and it will come quite naturally.
Yeah, I like watching the YouTube ones where they put that thingy Brown song on. I Feel Good. And they put it in fridges and under people's tables and things.
I used to. It's quite surprising how often I've come up behind somebody on an exercise, be it recruit or whatever, and I've just walked up quietly behind them, stood behind them. And it is funny because you just use some. I never ever or anything like that. I used to walk up behind them quietly, stand there, wait for a second, and go, "Hello," and it's just what the hell? Where did you come from? You go, "Come from over there."
You're sneaking.
Yeah, and again, it's that learning to walk. Okay, it's learning to look at the ground. People say, "Oh yeah, Indian footing and all the rest of it." It's not. It's learning to feel the ground. It's learning to look at the ground, figure out your route, how to walk, steady, putting your feet down carefully, gently, feeling for the obstacles, feeling for things that might snap, twist, bang, or whatever. And if need be, adjusting your foot, adjusting the pressure on the foot. Sometimes have to weight on the heel or maybe on the toe, just to get through. I watched a guy walk through a bramble bush, and he top end stalker, and I watched him move through a bramble bush, and I kid you not, these brambles would have snagged anything. Took him a while, but he got through it without hardly moving anything and without making any noise. But he had the patience and the understanding of how to move and realise that he's getting snagged on something, just reaching down carefully, gently, moving that out of the way, maybe bending it so that it didn't come back, and just progressing steadily. It's great fun. Great fun. Where you been, you horrible little man? What time do you call this for a parade? Where the hell have you been? All your muckers have been stood here for the last hour and 24 minutes waiting for you. You think you're all special? You think Queen Elizabeth II, she's going to sit there and go, that TJ, don't worry about it, guys. He can be late. It's not a problem. He's a special case. All your buddies have been stood out here in the rain waiting for you. It's all right, son. I'll tell you what. Don't worry about it. Come and see me after parade. I've got something special for you. I like that. Sticking cardboard spurs on people. Yeah. Restriction of duties. You shaved this morning. Why, oh why, is there a pubic hair sticking out your chin, son? What you been up to? Yeah, cheers, TJ. Once again, happy Father's Day to everybody. Yeah. Those were the days, eh? Those were the days. Well, I will say, when I do the camps, there is no stand to. Okay? There's no roll call. There's nothing like that. It's all just done in your own time. No no incoming, no outgoing, no stagging on. Although saying that, we don't need to stag on because me and Chris, I think we got the night covered ourselves.
Sounds like a good day then,
Excellent,
TJ.
TJ. Yes, he told me that he was going to. Oh, excellent.
You sleep with your legs in the Bergen.
Hunker right down into a 120 litre long back sack like that.
You used to, your old army rucksack, the big one you had, Bergen. Dan used to get in it, didn't he? Yeah. He used to sit into it, and his little head was popping out the top.
Yeah, just lugging on my back. Yeah. TJ, a huge fry up, and it was grand. Oh, good, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you had a great Father's Day. Oh, let me just move. My hip is giving me Jim. Yeah. My right hip, I get in certain positions, and I'm all right for a little while, and then all of a sudden it just starts to creak and twinge.
Excellent.
Right. So,
if you want, TJ, send him, email them.
Yeah, I was visiting with ATR Winchester not so long ago, and you can use your voice to encourage these days. You can use your voice with force.
They get cards now, can't you? Give them a red card, or yellow card.
Yeah, it's not like it was in our day. Don't get me wrong. It's not beasting to the same level. The pressure is still there, but it's done in an easier way. But they're starting to see a slip, right? And it's not actually from the directing staff. It's not actually from the training wing. It's actually starting to come back from some of the recruits, as in, I want to be pushed. I need somebody to get behind me and make me do this. Just
draw a gun on your head. But he reckons the head jaw's giving him right looks. Go and ask him if he's okay. Or grenade. Oh, that was nice of them. Benny, the grenade is coming to a place near. I'd love to be getting a hammock, but I reckon if I got in it, I'd never get out of it again. Yeah, I took some pictures while away, TJ. So I'll be downloading them and putting them on.
Man in bush versus hedgehog with grenade. Now, here's a quandary for you. That hedgehog's within 3-4 meters of you, but he's got a grenade. Do you take the shot knowing he's going to drop the grenade? Or do you hope he hasn't seen you and hope he isn't going to throw the grenade? Now the question you've got to ask yourself is how far could a hedgehog throw a grenade? Tactical military training with Mick. The hedgehog conundrum.
Yeah, we were so surprised the amount of there's 461 on the return thing, and at the badger sign, we've never ever seen a badger sign like that. I've seen toads and deer and that, but never a badger one.
It wasn't the badger sign that got me so much. It was the dirty great exclamation mark above it. Like,
Chris.
Shoot the grenade?
No. Yeah. Sticks.
I can't draw a beaver. I can't draw a beaver. I can't draw to save my life, to be honest with you. Well, you know hedgehogs are kamikaze. Yes. Yeah. Draw a beaver. Right, so I'm going to draw the beaver. Alright, let's have a go draw a beaver.
You see, you got to take the teeth off the one tigris. And with big flat tail.
There you go. I've drawn a beaver. There's a beaver stuck between two trees.
We used to have early days when we used to have a hedgehog with a hand grenade on the back of our cuts, didn't we?
Flat Stanley.
No, yeah, he was a tarmac terrorist.
Tarmac terrorist.
Yeah.
I don't know what psychoanalysts would make of this.
Yeah.
Tell me about your childhood. So why has the hedgehog?
Your trees have got no leaves. They're naked.
In winter.
It looks like.
Or in actual fact, no. Let's make this a bit more realistic.
Mike has just found a way of hanging his G-string up. Actually, that hand grenade looks like he's having a hot tub of coffee.
Maybe it is. There we go. That's a beaver reclining at the bushcraft show.
Was that the one the tree fell down?
I'm not laughing at the poor individual, but when I looked at the video, cheers Janet for putting it up there, that was not the sort of tree I would have ever thought of tying a hammock off to. I would have hung my tarp off it, let alone that.
Yeah, you got to look up and you got to look down.
Yeah.
If it's got any sort of mould or a fungi on it, don't put a hammock on it.
Yeah. it's got a fungi on it, just walk away quietly and leave him to it. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Okay, Benny. I just need to draw myself using a boat.
Yeah, angry beaver, definitely. Thing is, things are hungry, aren't they? You get anywhere near a bloody thing, they start going for you. What we should have now is lift music. No, that's a badger. Isn't it? Timmy says if it's isn't an angry beaver a growler? No, that's a badger.
No, badgers are growlers. Yeah, yeah. You've got to be careful. You approach your badger, right? Don't growl at it.
No. That's rather a long nose, love.
It might not be a nose.
So it's got a cock in its face.
Yeah. He had a facelift.
All right.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a 3-foot facelift. Oh. Yeah. As you can see, I can't read.
Yeah, so go away for a week and all hell breaks loose.
Benny, you should know better than to get serious from me.
It's a Sunday. It doesn't do serious on a Sunday.
Excellent, mate. Excellent.
Look at a numb bum.
Oh, I'll be glad one night survival bow drill expedition is over. I am
stressed.
Bow drills. So I'd like to think that I've vindicated myself and my thoughts towards bow drills. I think everybody.
No, it's just the way he's sitting, Kiwi.
Yeah, I think everybody that's had a go at the bow drill challenge and bow drills will agree with me. Although it is a fantastic primitive skill to learn, it is well worth the effort to give it a go. You will get a fantastic sense of achievement out of getting a little ember. But there are many, many easier ways, both in a survival and bushcraft situation, of getting fire. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. If it hadn't been for Ray Mears in the UK, bow drill would have probably died to death. Cheers, Ray. And again, a lot of people.
No, he hasn't.
Demonstrate bow drill on videos to prove it's a pinnacle thing. You know, it's like once you've worked your way up to bow drill, you can do a bow drill successfully on a regular basis. You made it. You're up there with the gods. Right, Mears, Bear Grylls. You made it. Okay. But I keep coming back to this thing, like, especially for my environment here. Not necessarily every environment.
I can get one. I need one, Kiwi.
If you're somewhere where there's a hot and dry environment on a regular basis, then bow drill is the way to go. Because I can guarantee you, in a desert, African savannah, outback Australia, and that, bow drill would be my go-to method because my material is going to be bone dry. It will work. Here in the UK, especially if you look at the last few weeks, the weather, that humidity, even in the air, will make it more of a challenge. And the other thing is, people keep saying to me, yeah, but what if you just found yourself out there with zero, with nothing? Okay, so if I'm out there with zero, with nothing at all, yes, bow drill is an option. However, I've got to be practical about looking at my resources and the environment I'm in. If it is an arboreal rainforest situation, am I practically going to be able to make a bow drill fire? No, I'm not. Am I better off conserving those essential calories by building a better shelter and sheltering from the environment? Am I better off looking for through the river and trying to find a flint or a sparking rock like chert or something like that? Am I better off taking my glasses off and using a lens to try and make a magnifying glass? How many other methods are there out there? And as I'm always saying to people, the real answer to all these situations isn't suddenly finding yourself in an environment with nothing. It's be equipped, to have a couple of little bits with you. They have to be huge, but a couple of little backup items with you at all times, carried in a manner that means they're there. So if you did find yourself in that situation, you're not going to go to all the trouble of trying to make a bow drill fire. Because for all the wonder and brilliance of it as a skill, and without being rude to Ray Mears and a lot of the other top-end survivalists, it's very easy to make it look like a one-shot wonder. Any of you guys that are going to take this challenge, do this challenge, have got to find yourself sitting there when you've got that ember thinking, in the edit, I could make it look like I did that easy peasy. Okay? And you have to bear in mind that's what some of these people do because
they're only fooling themselves.
Yeah, it makes good TV. Nobody wants to watch. And I'm just saying, Ray Mears, I'm not saying he's doing it. Please don't sue me. But nobody wants to watch Ray Mears sitting there for 45 minutes, puffing and panting, trying to make a bow drill fire, do they? Okay. So the TV crew will be, pump, 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 pump. There we go. Whoosh. And away it goes. Because that makes good TV. And on to the next thing. So, yeah. It's a skill to learn. It's a skill to master. Do it. Recommend it to everybody. Skill to carry with me, not personally. And I say not for me personally because there are people out there that are going to want to do it regularly or live in a place where it is practical. Virginia, John, Derek, the guys in the States, I don't know what your environment's like. I don't know if it's a predominantly dry environment. If it is a predominantly dry environment, crack on, mate. You've got a system there that will be a go-to. It's what I would use in that environment. But for me, here in the UK and possibly in the majority of Northern Europe, be equipped, go another way. There is. And I think, Virginia, I think the thing is, if you found yourself in that situation where you are going to go to a bow drill in a genuine survival situation, you're going to find those reserves. What my tip to you in that situation would be really pull back and think about what you're doing, i.e., don't go like a bull in a china shop. One of the things I found that what I was getting wrong was I was trying to go too fast, thinking that speed equals friction, pressure. That actually works better for me when I ease off on the pressure, slow down a bit, and maintain the same sort of stroke and amount of friction over a longer period. Otherwise, I'm just burning myself out. And again, it's fitness. Yeah, I'm running out of steam doing it. My hip's giving me hell. I'm struggling. Younger, fitter guys are probably going to find it a bit easier. people with better conditioning are going to find it a bit easier to do. Matt Graham, definitely. I mean, Matt Graham is, for me, he's one of the guys that's mastered the primitive way, and he lives it for real. So, yeah. Lots of humidity and rain, yeah. I mean, I did it here. Our guys have done it here, but again, you've got to equate how much effort to affect. And again, first rule of survival comes back to be lazy. Okay, you've got to apply how many calories you're going to burn off trying to create something, and is that going to reward you enough to equate to losing those calories? Everybody's favourite TV bushcraft or survivalist. Well, mine's quite simple. It's Lofty Wiseman, all the way, all day, every day. I did the word Lofty. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Nick Goldsmith, good guy, ex-Marine. Virginia. Yeah, you're right. Actually, there, Virginia. There is too many to say.
Each one has got their own bow.
Everyone has got their own niche. Nick Goldsmith, I love, down to earth guy. Says it as he sees it. Really nice bloke. He's got a great system. Works well for him and knows his stuff and works hard to get where he is. Ray Mears, again, he's a lovely bloke, and he is brilliant at what he does, and he's done the world for bushcraft. Okay, yeah, Lofty for me. He's a how can you put it? How would I can't. Other than the fact that Lofty was the guy that introduced me to it, a time when it wasn't really a big thing. It wasn't. Not many people were into survivalism, or those that were kept it very quiet because they were looked as outsiders and strange people, So yeah, Lofty. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sean Connery, James Bond.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go in a minute.
Right, no problem, son. Yeah, how are we doing on time now? 1:47. Right, guys. Yeah, I'm aching like a good one. It's been a long week. Kaz is feeling it as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to shut down a little bit early tonight. We normally go to 2 hours anyhow. So we're going to shut it down a little bit early. I'm going to let Kaz creep off downstairs. We're going to get ourselves a cheese toast. Well, I'm going to get a cheese toasty and have a bit of an unwind.
Yeah. Too much sitting around this week.
Yeah.
And so.
Right, guys.
Good night, everybody. And have a good week.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be back home again.
It is nice to be back home, and it has been fantastic to be here on a Sunday night. Hey, had a bit of a trim for you guys tonight. Had a bit of a brush up, had a shave, trimmed. Like I say, put on the new shorts, the summer shorts. There's somebody throwing the Welsh language at me.
Good night, all.
See you all next week. Stay safe. Have your adventures. Have your fun. Get outdoors. Do those wild things that you would like to do. Just don't let the neighbours see. They get upset by it. Stealth works. It has been a fantastic night. And again, guys, for those of you with channels, I will be watching your videos tomorrow and I will get some comments up and some replies. I do apologise, but one of the things I agreed with Kaz when we went away this week was I was going to take a break as much as possible. And it wasn't a case of give Kaz more time or anything like that. It was, she just said, you need to stop. You need to have a little bit of a break and just let your head settle itself down. which I think is a tip I give to anybody these days, no matter what you do, no matter what your projects are, your hobbies, your interests and that. Sometimes you need to just give yourself a few days break. Go and find something else to do, whether it's have a break with the missus, go away, maybe go fishing, do something different. But have that break because, again, it allows that reset, refreshes the brain and the mind, helps you to get back into steam. I've come back feeling absolutely refreshed, ready to go, and on it like a bonnet, aren't we, Willow? I will describe this to you. The Shih Tzu at the moment is on his back, completely on his back, testicles to the air, and he is wriggling repeatedly, backwards and forwards. I don't know whether he's trying to get my attention or he thinks he's a caterpillar, but he's having a right old wriggle down there, aren't you, mate? Yeah, he's enjoying it. Yeah, she is very wise, and I listen to her. Okay, when Kaz says to me, "Now, have a break, stop, do this, do that," I always listen to her. Don't always take her advice, but I have found she knows me better than anybody else. After all, the poor woman's been stuck with me since we were 19. It's a long, long time. And if she doesn't know me, nobody does. So I tend to listen. Oh, John, the pleasure of the new fire pit. I'm looking forward to that burn, eh? That initial burn, is it going to go? How far can you take it? How big will it glow? Yeah. Cheers, Kiwi. Thank you very much, mate. Right. So, guys, with that, I'm going to wind it down. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday. Have a wonderful week wherever you are in this world and have fun. Yeah. 50 years. Bless them. It's, well, that's it. You work out for me, Kaz, we are, what, 50, I'm 59 this year. We've been together since we were 19. So, yeah, it's, if she's figured me out well and truly. Anyhow, guys, have fun, stay safe, have your adventures, get outdoors, enjoy yourself, be safe, more than anything. Yeah. Love those you do, forgive those you don't. Peace and light be upon you all. Kiwi, not a problem, mate, not a problem. I'll speak to you through the week. Cheers, Benny, bless you. Say hi to your missus. Say hi to Brooke for me. Tell your cat he can come back in now. Yeah. And to Sticks, say hi to Sky for me. And your missus and everybody else. Yeah. There's the go of the world, eh? So, night all. This is Becky, Hampshire Outdoors of Survival. I'm waffling now. You can tell I'm tired because I'm waffling. Okay? Take care, guys. And X. Till next time, Mickey out.